It is my request to each and everyone, only put your numbers, not name. And those who have joined without registering on the UGC portal, it will be waste of time to all those participants. Those who are registered for January B22 to 31st January course on the UGC portal will only get certificate. Other participants, don't waste your time. The UGC portal is under the control of the UGC office, New Delhi. We can't edit anything in that. Only those participants, those who have registered for the course 22 to 31 January B course, be present here. सभी से मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो लोग सिर्फ लिंक के थ्रू ज्वाइन हुए हैं उन्हें सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा नहीं, प्रॉब्लम आएगा. So it is my kind request to all of you that those who are registered through the portal will join this cloud meeting. Amol, you can start the university song. Yes, Amol, you can share the banner. Honorable Patil sir has joined.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे. वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर. संत महंतांचे विरागी गीत आमुचे वादळाचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे. तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला.
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा विरलेला.
सोन पहाट उदयाचे गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे. प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला. समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनावराचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनावराचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
Thank you, Amol. You can stop the banner and university song. So, on behalf of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome to all selected participants for this second NEP sensitization and orientation course being held. Also, I welcome our today's President, Professor Satish Patil, Sir, Director, Malviya Mission Teachers Training Program. Also, I would like to welcome the first resource person and the keynote addresser, Dr. Amit Prabhakar Rao Shesh, Head and Associate Professor of English, University Coordinator for Universal Human Values, Associate Dean, Human Values and Social Responsibility, Member Academic Council, Member Executive Council of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technology University, Lonar. A person with a vast teaching and research experience of more than 24 years. Under his able guidance, 2 students have completed PhD and 2 are currently undergoing. He has 19 international publications with 30 citations. His H index is 3 and I index is 1. He has worked as a member for state level committee to enhance the performance of Maharashtra state in culture activities at national level. The committee was chaired by Dr. Rajan Velurkar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mumbai University, Mumbai, and then the Vice Chancellor, YCMU, Nasik. Also working as an editor for English section of the University magazine of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technology University, Lonar from 2005, and also working as a member of Internal Quality Assurance Cell of the same university from October 2011. Has a vast experience of publication, has also participated in many courses, has delivered lecture as an expert, also a member of various professional bodies. So indeed, it will be really a nice session to be heard by all of us. But before that, I would take this opportunity to welcome our President, Professor Satish Patil, Sir, Director of Malviya Mission Teachers Training Program. Honorable Professor Satish Patil, Sir, stands an luminary in the realm of environmental science. His illustrious career woven with accomplishment, accolades, and profound commitment to the field, currently holding the esteemed position of Senior Professor at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. Professor Patil has left an indelible mark through his multi-faced contribution. Dr. Patil's journey at our university has marked by a series of administrative roles, each testifying to his leadership, acumen, and dedication to academic excellence. Serving as a director of BCUD, he has outreach vital initiative. He sent as in charge officer of academic planning reflected his strategic foresight in steering the academic trajectory of BAMU. A seasoned academician, Dr. Patil has twice assumed the mantle of the head of Department of Environmental Science, showcasing an enduring commitment to shaping the next generation of environmental scientists. His visionary leadership during 2006 and 8 and 2017-20 left an indelible imprint on department. In the realm of research, Dr. Patil has a trailblazer. 2 patent innovations stand testament to his innovative spirit, undertaking 12 research projects with a total outlay of 76 lakh. He has delved into complexities of environmental science, contributing significantly to the academic and scientific community. As a mentor, Dr. Patil reverberates through the success of his PhD students with 30 awarded PhD and 6 currently are working under his guidance. He exemplifies the art of nurturing research scholars. His scholarly endeavors extended globally, having participated and attended 19 international conferences and 58 national conference. Dr. Patil's global footprint is not confined to the conferences alone. His extensive travel to the 9 countries, including Germany, Italy, Switzerland, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Thailand, and the Maldives, underscore his commitment to fostering international collaboration and gaining diverse perspective. A prolific author, Dr. Patil has 134 research publications in various national and international journals, boasting an impressive impact factor of 52. Additionally, his literary contribution include 14 books and 5 book chapters, further enriching the academic landscape. International collaboration with the University of Rajshahi, Bangladesh, and Eastern University, Sri Lanka showcase Dr. Patil's commitment to fostering global partnership. His recognition extends beyond borders, with prestigious awards such as Environmentalist of the Year 2017 and Scientist of the Year 2018, adoring his accolade-laden career. The Clean Environment Promotion Award 2018 further solidifies his commitment to the environmental causes. Fellowship from Indian Association, Aquatic Biologistic and International Congress of Chemistry and Environment and Microbiology Society of India highlight his stature in the scientific community. Life membership in the International Foundation for Environment and Ecology underline his enduring commitment to environmental advocacy. In every phase of his career, Dr. Patil embodies excellence, dedication, and relentless pursuit of knowledge. His impact on environmental science and academia is not just local, but resonates globally, making him a true luminary in his field. So on behalf of this entire group, I welcome Professor Satish Patil, sir, and I would now request him to deliver a presidential remark to this program.
Thank you. Respected chief guest of this inaugural session, Amit Shesh, Professor of Batu Lonere, my colleague, Assistant Director of the MMTC, HRD, Academy Staff College, Dr. Rafe, and all fellow participants from all over the country. I welcome you all for this NEP sensitization and orientation program, which will be from the 23rd, that is from today, to the 30th of January 24. In fact, we are all well aware of the NEP 2020 and the the planning for the next 10 years from the NEP point of view. In fact, as you know that this national education policy is not for the academic excellence, but it is for equity, access, equality, and even justice, and then excellence and innovation. And this NAP particularly proposed to build the career of the student not from the academic point of view, but from his knowledge point of view, his the skill point of view. And that is what in NEP, the skills has been given a due importance. Perhaps that may not be a part of the curriculum, but if you could be allow a student for pursuing a certain skill courses and even for the multilingual courses, I think they can solidify their career by studying the aligning subjects. And as I told you that this NEP, which is being aligned with the not only with the class curriculum, but also the field projects, job, field-oriented jobs, on-job trainings, internships, and even the small credit courses also. That will certainly build the students' care and courage. And that is what in NEP, the due importance which has been given and the curriculum needs to be aligned with the Indian knowledge systems, multilingualism, multidisciplinary studies, internationalization, and even the clustering of colleges. Those who are found to be delivering their best, they can cluster their allied colleges so that we can solidify the students' career. That is very important. Now, during these sensitization course, the experts will share their experiences and will contribute their work, whatever they have been doing in their own fields. Particularly, as I told you that when we are beginning the session with Amit ji, you know that Amit sir is very much familiar to me, and I am also very much associated with. I know his strength, and he will certainly delightful experiences, share his experiences to all participants also. And in due course of time, we have invited the experts from all over India, those who are working hard and sharing their experiences and knowledge from the NEP point of view. I think it is a good opportunity for all of us to participate in such a sensitization programs, which will certainly align our orientation towards the new education policy. And you know that we need to create a robust education policy in the years to come. Because as you know that the students are migrating, particularly from the rural area to the urban areas, from urban to the metros, and from metros to the abroad. So if we could be able to internationalize, if we could be able to provide the platform to them, either digitally or by providing certain opportunity in the form of field work, the trainings, we can certainly internationalize our education. So that for international of education, we need to brand, market our courses. Then and then we could be able to curb the migrations which are coming. And the second most important thing is that, as we know that, agriculture. And if our education into the agriculture, I think that is the way where we can certainly become a superpower in the years to come, as it has been dreamed by our Honorable Prime Minister. And that is what there are several challenges for us, like a climate change, use of green energy, use of Indian knowledge systems for the in higher education and international education, as well as multidisciplinary multilingualism. If we could be able to align our curriculum in that directions, I'm sure that that will certainly help every student to shape up their career. Because you know that though the mass will or the merit will come, merit students will be of 1 or 2 or 3, but you know that all students will get a forever energy to shape up their career, and either in the form of employability or as an entrepreneurship. And I'm sure that these sensitization programs will certainly enrich the knowledge of all teachers to see that it can be properly transformed to every student to whom they are educating. And I'm sure that the experts, what we are planning to invite during these sessions, are really experts of national repute. They are having a tremendous skills and experiences. And I'm happy to share you with all you participants. We have been got this opportunity that we are being aligned with the national experts for this sensitization programs. So with this, I conclude my talk by giving thanks to the chief guest for delivering his lecture, Amit Shesh, and my assistant director, Dr. Abdul Rafe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. even in your busy schedule, you have spared your valuable time for us. So we are really thankful to you, sir.
In fact, I'm traveling from Mumbai to Sambhajinagar. I'm on
Yes, yes.
the
You
way.
are on
While
Samruddhi
driving,
Express.
I've joined.
Yes, thank you, sir, for your commitment to us, sir, and with your presidential remark to this inaugural function, the success will be there for this course. So the first uh, resource person for this uh, NEP sensitization and orientation course is has already joined. I have given his brief introduction. Again, I welcome honorable guest to this session, and I would now hand over the session to him.
Namaskar, Patil sir.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, Dr. Rafe,
Namaskar.
and namaskar to all the participants. I hope all these participants are from academic, the field of academics. And I'm first of all very much thankful to Dr. Patil and the Assistant Director, Dr. Rafe, for giving me an opportunity to interact with these teacher friends. And just now, as you have spoken, I came to know that I'm an opening batsman for this program. I feel I'm quite lucky to open this inning with both of you in front of these teacher friends. Start with some motivational message before I start with my actual stuff. I'll start with a motivational message, an inspirational message. I'll share my screen so that it will be the message will. Dr. Rafe, I do not have share the screen. Will you please allow me to share the screen?
Yes, sir. You permitted.
Please.
Yes.
Actually, I have logged in from two different devices. Perhaps that may be.
Tell me second device name.
Yes,
Funny.
yes, yes. Right now, can share. Yes. Is it visible to all?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So, this message is a very short message because in our life we come across different stages or different phases. So, in such phases, how exactly we need to go ahead? So, quickly, I'll share this message with you. The message is no pain, no gain. Everybody knows that unless we have some pain, we would be unable to gain something in our life. And that is the message given by many dignitaries at national level or international level. This is a very short story where some smart people they are the part of some exercise, some assignment has been given to them. You can see they have been assigned a job to carry a wooden cross, and these people are busy with their assignment. After some time, he's our hero, person who is wearing yellow shirt and green pant. He is our hero. He is also the part of that assignment. After some time, he feels that he is tired, and as usual, when we are in trouble, we remember the God. This gentleman also recalls God because he feels tired. He feels that that wooden block is very heavy, and he's very smart fellow. Just like the youngsters today, he's a very smart guy. So he feels that he should cut it down a little so that he can carry it easily. So he cuts it down, and that, of course, makes him comfortable to carry that wooden block. Just yes, he cuts that block, and now he's quite comfortable. He's quite happy to carry that block, and he goes on and on. After some time, again he feels that he'll cut it down a little more. So he once again cuts it down little more, and now he's quite comfortable, and he doesn't forget to thank God. He says, "Thank you, my God. Thank you so much." See, now he is also singing some music, sorry, song, and he comes at this stage. So, as I was talking about different phases in our life, one of the phases in his journey, this journey, where he feels that it is a bit difficult to continue his journey at this particular point of time. And see the picture. Earlier, he considered that he is a very smart fellow. That's why he cut down his wooden cross twice. And now he is merely an observer. The other people, they could use their cross to cross that valley, because the length of that cross matched with that valley, and this fellow, poor fellow, couldn't cross that valley, and that is why he could not continue with the given assignment. This is the scenario. He's a very pity guy here, and that's why he feels nervous. So, no pain, no gain. So, in our life, we should be ready to accept the pain. If we could accept the pain, definitely the future will be fruitful. Under or there are certain people who say that we are very smart, but maybe such shortcuts. This was a kind of shortcut. Such shortcuts may cut short the life. That's why we should be beware of such shortcuts. So this was the first message I wanted to pass on to all of my teacher friends. Then we will move to the actual session. Before we start the session, I would like to present, or I would like to commit a murder. See, because I deal with different languages, as NEP 2020 has a focus on multilinguality. I belong to the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. But being a faculty in the Technological University, I have a good touch of technology. And we do have the interdisciplinary research activities here in this university. So, as a part of that, I'll just present the background of some of the content of my presentation. So, let us start with that background slide and share the slide with you. I hope it is visible to all. Is it? The title of the slide is Murder of English. Is that visible to all? Yes. Any participant? No. Okay. Just a minute. Yeah. Just. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, visible, sir.
So
Yes.
as I told you,
Yes,
we are
clearly
going to
visible, sir.
Sorry.
Yes, yes, visible. Your sides are visible, sir.
Yes. Yes. So as I told you, we are going to commit a murder, and we have some focus on multilinguality in NEP, and even the topic which is assigned to me for today's session, information communication technology, that is ICT, has a very close relationship with the languages, or you can say teaching learning process. So here we have some examples of how the people commit the murder of some languages. Specifically, here I'll talk about the murder of English. If you read the first sentence, you'll understand. Pick up the paper and fall in the dustbin. Pick up the paper and fall in the dustbin. Actually, the poor fellow wanted to drop that waste paper in the dustbin, but since he doesn't have proper knowledge of English language, he couldn't construct a proper sentence. That's why he used such a poor English. Refer to second sentence. Both of you stand together separately. Both of you stand together separately. God knows what exactly it means, together and separately. Together and separately. Third would be very funny. Why are you looking at the monkeys outside when I am inside? Why are you looking at the monkeys outside when I am inside? I hope you people got the message here after reading the third sentence. Fourth, will you hang the calendar or else I'll hang myself? So this is not a proper English sentence. This fellow has tried to construct a sentence as if he or she would construct it in his or her mother tongue, maybe in Marathi, Hindi, or any other Indian language. But the syntax in the Indian languages is different from the other foreign languages, specifically English. That's why he couldn't pass on the right message to his audience or the other side. That's why it conveyed a very wrong message or a different message. Fifth, I have two daughters, both are girls. Very good. Give me a blue pen of any color. Next, the principal is revolving in the corridor. All of you stand in a straight circle. Open the window. Let the Air Force come in. Let the Air Force come in. So these are some of the funny examples of language. So what I want to say here, say that in spite of having the availability of various ICT tools, we people fail to learn these things. One more example, and this is a true experience. There was an employee who had applied for leave, and he had written a sentence in his application that since I have to go to my village to sell my land along with my wife, please sanction me 1 week. This was the sentence he had written, but it conveys a very wrong message. He'll be very fortunate if his wife would not have read that application. Then we have some more examples here. So this is the way people commit the murder of English. So here I want to say that the use of ICT would be, or it would play a crucial role when it comes to learning any language or delivering different instructions to the learners. So today we'll talk about the use of ICT in education. As I said, all of you are academicians. You might be delivering different instructions at different places. It would be useful for us to use different ICT tools. As far as the NEP 2020 is concerned, specifically when it comes to the pedagogy, we have a few things to focus on. All of you know that in this pedagogy, we have focus on learner-centric teaching learning. During the older days, it was a different process, a different type of teaching learning process. Second thing we focus on is discussion-based teaching. I mean, it is interactive teaching, you can say. During the older days, maybe approximately 2 decades ago, it was a traditional classroom. What happened in that traditional classroom? Usually the teacher used to come to the class, delivered different instructions, and left the class. But now the scenario has changed, and we have to go for the transformation of the things. So it is interactive teaching, delivering value-based education. Value-based education. This is very important to deliver the value-based education because we are teachers. All of us are teachers. So we need to imbibe the different values among these young students because we know what is happening in this world, how the people are, specifically the youngsters, they are moving away from the different values which have been the part of oral tradition in our country, a rich heritage of our country. It is oral tradition. Oral traditions we have passed on this value system right from our ancestors to this. The fourth focus will be on developing multidisciplinary thinkers. Just now I talked about multidisciplinary research and being teachers. All of you are aware of. Sorry?
आज वाईट साईडला सुट्टी वाईट साईडला सुट्टी तसं नाही ऍज अ हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट चालू होतं
Disable your mic, please. Mute your mic.
सिरियस
So the fifth focus is on developing creativity, Because this will be a different kind of classroom, so we have a good scope to develop creativity among the learners. Sixth will be discovery oriented teaching. So we have to give ample opportunities to the learners so that they can go for innovation. And no doubt, several initiatives have been taken by universities as well as University Grants Commission for this kind of teaching learning process. We have incubation and innovation centers in almost all the universities across the nation. Seventh aspect is developing critical thinking and developing decision making. So these are a few objectives of NEP 2020 when it comes to the teaching learning process or pedagogy. Having aside the topic ICT, or we call it information and communication technology. Some of you might be the people from technical background, engineering background. So these people might be aware of ICT or information and communication technology. So it's not the thing that we have started using this technology recently, but we have a good history of use of this technology. I'll discuss that history also. In simple words, you can say that ICT means it is using different tools of technology or using different resources for the purpose of communication or to store or manage some information, to pass on some information, to create some information. Just because of ICT, today, all of us are connected to each other. I'm able to deliver a talk in front of you people. The director of this center, Dr. Patil, was able to interact with you, though he was traveling. And all the participants, 100 participants are there. They are located at different locations across the country. This ICT could make it possible. Earlier, this technology was available, but form was different. The form was different. You can say it is a kind of revolution. It is a kind of revolution. It started with Industry 1.0, then 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and now we are on the verge of Industry 5.0. So it is a technology which includes or that uses different devices, electronic devices, and the associated human interactive materials, which help the human being use these resources, these facilities in this exchange program where we exchange the information. Where we exchange the information. As I was talking about Industry 1.0 and 4.5.0, there are different stages we can discuss, we can talk about where the ICT has revolutionized our lives or it has transformed the whole. The first stage, if you consider, it is marked by the evolution of telecommunication or emergence of telecommunication. Telecommunication, all of us know, there was a period, there was an era where telecommunication was a facility which was not affordable for every human being. If you recall, 1970s or 1980s, 1970s or 1980s, just remember, just recall how many landlines were available at that time in, let us say, a year you can consider 1980, 1980, 1982. You might be able to recall the situation during those days. What was the situation during those days? We usually had the landline number of our neighbor. We shared that number with some of our relatives or some of our friends in case of emergency, so that they can call us in case of emergency. You are able to, I hope you are able to recall, we had the STD booths during those days. STD, those yellow colored booths, STD, ISD, and there was a queue to make the calls, to connect with our dears and the dear and near people, our relatives, our friends, and that was the era. But before that, if we consider the early 19th century, where there was the invention of a telegraph that was passing a message to other location, to some other place electronically. That was the era. And you can compare 1980s or the beginning of 19th century with today's situation. You can find that there is a drastic difference. The world has totally transformed. It has totally transformed, changed. Then we have the second stage, which is marked by the rise of computing. Mid 20th century. Just recall when you started learning computers for the first time in your life. Can anybody tell me when did you see the computer first time in your life? Can anybody tell me? You may put your answers in the chat box also. Yeah. Yes, 2013 exams. Okay. 1998. Good. 2000. Good. 1996. Very good. Okay. 2001. Yeah. 1996 or 7. Oh, good. So, yeah, right. Thank you. Thank you very much for your responses. So, the earliest person who had accessed out of in our classroom, it was 1996. I hope that was the era when we could see the computers and we started using computer, or we started learning computer applications, different operating systems. At that time, one operating system which was largely used, it was DOS. If you have some people computer background, they might be knowing it. Means during those days, those teachers taught us all basics of computers. And for we people, it was simply a wonder. Computer means it was something wonderful. So that was the year 1996 or 1998, or you can say towards the end of the 20th century. That was the era. Earlier, all of you might have studied the history of computers. We had very large and expensive computers. Yeah, right. Yeah, Charles Babbage, we know because we have studied the history of computers. So we know all that history. And I don't want to go into all those details. I just want to make you aware of the recent stages in this transformation. Those computers were very large and expensive initially. And after that, when we started learning computers, using computers, somewhere in 1996 or 1997, 98, at that time, you can recall it was DOS operating system and we used that bootable disk. It was a large sized floppy disk and we used those bootable disks to boot the computers. And we had DOS prompt where we used to type the commands, execute certain commands. Yes. And later, we started learning Windows operating system, where we had good user interface. We had a good user interface as compared to DOS. Now, it has been very common use Windows and all the other operating systems. So this was the second stage where we had just started using the computers. During the third stage of this revolution, well, this is industrial revolution. That's why I'm calling it a revolution. During the third stage, there was the emergence of internet. It was somewhere in the late 20th century or at the very beginning of the 21st century. Did we have broadband and Wi-Fi during those days? You can say the year 2001, very beginning of the 21st century, or you can say the end of 20th century, 1999 or 2000. Okay. We used the dial-up connections, if you recall. We used the dial-up connections during those days. Every time we have to use our user ID, our password, and the PC was usually connected with internet by using that landline. Yes, no doubt, you had to visit the internet cafe also. So even at the internet cafe, they used these dial-up connections. And after that, if you compare that situation with today's situation, the situation in the year 2023-24, we have easy access to this worldwide, the world of internet, the world of knowledge, the treasure of knowledge. And just because of that, we are able to connect with each other from any corner of the world, only the country or the state, but any corner of the world. We'll talk about those revolutions also. So this revolution allowed us to share the information across the networks, and that has also helped the industrialization. It has also helped to develop different business models, e-commerce facilities, and social networks. That was the third stage of this revolution. The stage, fourth stage, it was the it started with the rise of mobile computing. Again, I'll take you to the history. That year may be around 2000, 2002, 3, 4. During these 3 years, many of us did not have mobiles with us because of different reasons. Either those handsets were very costly, or during those days, if you recall, we had to pay for incoming and outgoing calls. Even for incoming call, we had to pay some charges. So for a common man, it was not affordable those days. And that's why some people used the pagers for communication. Pagers. It was a small device where you were able to send some message. So with the help of that message, usually the communication would take place. After that, we started using mobiles, the basic mobiles, you can say, the bar phones. I still remember it was the year 2005, 4 or 5, when I got my first mobile. It was Nokia 3315. It was a very basic phone. We could use internet using that device very effectively. That was another stage where we started with the basic mobiles, and now within 20 years, we are equipped with smartphones. We are equipped with smartphones. Not only the smartphones, but tablets, laptops, desktops. Right. We were using Nokia 1100. I mean to say that was a basic phone. But right now, everybody has the mobile phones, tablets, desktops, laptops, everything. All these devices are very common nowadays. And these devices allowed us ability and flexibility. And just because of that, we are able to access different kind of information, and we are able to communicate from anywhere and at any time. Anytime. Even if there is some kind of emergency, we can make it at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night because we have this mobile phones with us. With the help of this mobile phone and my desktop, right now I'm interacting with you people. You're sending your responses to me with the help of your laptop, your desktop, or your tablet, or your mobile. That is the fourth stage of this revolution. Then the next stage, that is the fifth stage, where we have the emergence of AI, artificial intelligence. This is in progress, you can say. This is underway, or this is in a developing stage. But we have started talking a lot about artificial intelligence. There are also some movies based on artificial intelligence. And we have read a lot about AI through the newspapers, through different books, or there are many speakers who very often talk about the industrial revolution. Specifically, do you know these speakers talk about industrial revolution? There are at least one or two very famous names of the people. Do you know these people? Can anybody type it in the chat box? They have also written some books Their talks are also available on YouTube. They are also TEDx speakers. Once I shared the platform, TEDx platform, with one of these speakers. So it was a great opportunity to meet these people. Yeah, anybody who can list. Unfortunately, those two names are from Maharashtra. One is Dr. Achyut Godbole. Yeah, there are many, but I just wanted to cite only a few. The common names. The two most common names for you people might be Dr. Godbole and another fellow is Dr. Bhushan Kelkar. Yes, yes. Hmm. They have written some books also. Their speeches are also available. Their talks are also available online. That is on YouTube. So this AI is underway. With the help of AI, what can we do? Because artificial intelligence, it is very close to human intelligence. All of you know. And it can perform the tasks which require intelligence. I mean, now they are very close to become a human being in the form of machine. We have the ADAS technology as far as automobile field is considered. In some of the vehicles, four-wheelers, we have that technology which is being used by some automobile companies. And with the help of this technology, we can go for speech recognition. We can have certain tasks like visual perception, decision making, automation in the industries. We have several examples in our day-to-day life where this AI is used. AI is used. The best example is in your pocket, your Amazon app or Google. Just you need to speak something. It recognizes your language. If your tone is very close to the standard one, it can recognize your words and it can respond to you. Your Google Assistant. That is also an example of artificial intelligence. So these are the five. Right. Alexa. Can cite the example of Alexa also. Uh, this has been the journey of this industrial revolution where we used ICT tools, different ICT tools in our life. When it comes to ICT in education, right, Dr. Sara Basu, you're right. Many e-commerce websites also use the ICT tools. So it has revolutionized education. When we talk about the use of ICT in education, we can say that really this is a revolution. This is a revolution. The things, these things are unbelievable that a machine can behave like a human being. How is that possible? You ask anything to your Google Assistant that is ready to provide you that information. If you ask the Prime Minister of Bharat, that Google Assistant is ready to say Shri Narendra Modi. If you ask that Google Assistant about yesterday's historic event at Ayodhya, it can say a few sentences about that event. Any Means you can seek any information from that Google Assistant or by using AI, this technology. So this ICT has revolutionized education by transforming the traditional teaching methods. What was the scenario in the traditional teaching methods? I can recall there was a blackboard. Now blackboard is also outdated. Now we have whiteboards. And in some of the institutes, they may not have the whiteboards, they may have the smart boards also, smart screens also. So initially we had blackboards, chalk and blackboard, chalk and blackboard. That duster, we used to clean that blackboard by using the dusters during the school time. Those blackboards were replaced by whiteboard and whiteboard marker we had. After that, we started using the electronic devices. Yes, smart boards, right. In many of the institutes, developed institutes, you can say, they are using the smart boards now. They do have Wi-Fi access to those smart boards, and they can have access to anything and everything using those smart boards. So, what I want to say, I want to talk about the transformation in the field of education that has taken place because of ICT. It is possible just because of this technology. Means we have gone far away from the traditional teaching methods. During those days, the teacher usually shared something, delivered some instructions to us, and we had to believe on those things. That's all. Means we were not able to explore many details about that particular topic. But what is the scenario today? I can have access to anything I want to learn, I want to explore. I want to explore. For example, yeah, Google search. You can use Google search. You can use different search engines, and you can have access to anything. Any data can be easily received, collected, used. Any data can be collected. But during those days, somewhere in 1990s, 1995, or towards the end of the 20th century, we didn't have all these facilities. And maybe that is why these youngsters are very smart. Yes, library. That is also available on the fingertips. Just you need to install that application of your library. Yeah, ChatGPT is, it has moved far away. ChatGPT can provide you any kind of information. It can assist you to the larger extent. This traditional teaching methods have changed totally. Means that platform has shifted to the electronic platform because of ICT, evolution of ICT. So we can say that it has played the pivotal role. ICT has played a pivotal role in the process of the enhancement of the teaching and learning experience. Teaching and learning experience. So that teaching learning process, it has been changed totally because of the use of ICT. That's why we can say that it has played a vital role in this area in the field of education. Some people have started a discussion that now the teachers are not required to learn something. It may not be true 100%. Teachers would be required, but all these tools can be used side by side. Explore some more details about the topic you wish to study. So this education has become more accessible and interactive with the help of ICT tools. If you recall your classroom during your pre-primary school, what was the scenario during those days? In your classroom, there were no computers during those days. There was no LCD projector during those days. What was the scenario during those days? I still remember the printing technology was not much developed during 1980s. At that time, in the pre-primary classrooms, they used the different objects, real-time objects. For example, bus. There was a wooden bus. They used ball. There was a plastic ball or rubber ball used. Bat. There was a plastic bat or wooden bat. So all these objects were actually available in those classrooms. Wooden truck, wooden jeep, all such objects were available during those days. Yes, during those days, right? We learnt alphabets with real objects. Now, no doubt, these real objects are available in the present pre-primary classrooms. But apart from that, what is the scenario? They can watch all these objects on the screen also. On the screen also, because in their classrooms they have smart boards. With the help of those smart boards, they could they can use can visualize, right? Audio visual exposure. That is the point I'm going to talk about. So they can visualize these things. Means that this visualization has become more effective nowadays because of the use of ICT. See, when we talk about the teaching learning process, this visualization is very important. Visualization is very important. When your teacher is teaching you a particular topic, very often we can visualize certain things. For example, just recall your history session in your school long back when you were a student. When your teacher was teaching you history of, let us say, your state or the history of our country, Bharat. For example, we'll consider the history of Marathas here in Maharashtra. The students have studied the history of Maharashtra or the history of Maratha Empire. It is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Let us talk about his history. When your history teacher was teaching you Shivaji Maharaj's meeting with that tall fellow, Jal Khan, they met at Pratapgarh. So when your teacher was teaching you these things, I hope everybody of you could visualize that meeting. You could visualize that tall Afzal Khan. Shivaji Maharaj is going to meet him, and they met with each other, and someone attacked Shivaji Maharaj, and Shivaji Maharaj's bodyguard, his one of his colleagues or Mawla or his fellow could save him. So you might have visualized the whole scene when your teacher was teaching you these things. Okay. Means that was the scenario during those days. No doubt there were some pictures in your books also. I agree. But apart from that, even right now, when you are reading some book, when you are reading some book, you can, if you are reading it you can visualize certain things while reading that book. You may visualize certain things while reading that. Yeah. So that visualization plays a very important role, and that is why your pre-primary classrooms were well decorated when your teacher taught you different alphabet, maybe English alphabet or Devanagari script. Those classrooms were full of different pictures. A for apple, apple was hanging there. B for ball, a ball was hanging there. C for cat, or cap, that was hanging on some other wall. So this way, it was equipped with all these pictures everywhere, so that the students could visualize these objects by learning the alphabet. So we can say that education has become more accessible and interactive with the help of this tool, ICT, this technology. And there are many technological advancements, and this is an unending process, I feel. These advancements will go on or have to travel a very long distance, because we had not imagined something like a computer or maybe internet, or we can make a video call from one country to the other country. We had not imagined that some stuff can be passed on or transferred to the other fellow within a fraction of time by using your WhatsApp and email, social media, all those technologies. We can make video calls any place to any place. So this was beyond our imagination. If we had talked about it somewhere 20 or 25 years ago, that was something unbelievable. So this technology has to carry on its journey in the near. So this technology has to do, or this is closely associated with information and communication both, because when we use some search engine, we get a lot of information. When we search for something, we get a lot of information, and we can communicate by using this technology. May it be some email facility, it may be landline, it may be your mobile phone, it may be your email, or it may be any other platform, even by using your WhatsApp. The things can be shared through WhatsApp. So this is a technology which is closely associated with information and communication. That information may be available in different forms. Sometimes that information may be available in the form of some text, or maybe picture, sound, video. As yesterday, we virtually attended the historic movement that took place at Ayodhya. Everybody has attended. All the Indians have attended that event right from their home. How it was possible? It was possible by using this technology. There was a live telecast of that event on almost all the television channels, and that was possible just because of this technology. Means live, that video was telecast by using this kind of. Even this technology, ICT, can be used for different purposes. It may be education, but not only education. It's not restricted to education only. It can also be used in banking sector. It's being used in agriculture sector, healthcare sector, communication, e-commerce sites or online shopping, governance, politics, transport, defense, financial services, so on. That list is unending, you can say. Because the people have developed the specific equipment, specific technologies for all these sectors, and they have started using it. For example, now people, while watching the cricket matches, a very simple example of this technology. During the older days, while watching the cricket matches, we did not have the facilities like third umpire and the one more facility they have now developed. What do you call it? I'm unable to recall that. Where that umpire watches that event on his screen and he gives the decision whether he is means that can be challenged. Umpire's decision can be challenged by the player. So yes, DRS system, right? Thank you, Sajinji. DRS system is available. So this kind of technology is being used in cricket or at such things, such locations. Means it has transformed each and everything across the world, you can say. The ICT or technology has transformed each and every area. So it can be used in different areas. Even if you talk about healthcare, we'll talk about these things individually in the next slides. Different applications. If you think about different applications about different applications of ICT in education, specifically distance education has become very common nowadays. We have almost than 20 universities, open universities across the country where the people have joined for distance education. And you will not believe they have such open universities have a good revenue. They are earning a good revenue and they are also reaching to the unreached. They are trying to reach the unreached. They are trying to reach every corner of the country. So this is also possible with the help of this technology. They are managing everything. They can manage, they can communicate, they can establish communication between the instructor, that is resource person, and the learner. They can manage the educational administration. They can handle it properly. They have their instructional systems at place at their centers. They have their library services also. In many of your institutes or universities, your university might have developed some application where you can access your library by using your mobile or your desktop. You need not move to your library physically. You might be using your library in your phone or your desktop. We do have that facility. Similarly, many universities or institutes might have that facility. So this has eased the research also. For research purpose, we can read, we can refer to any source, we can study any source, we can use it, utilize it for our research. So this way, it has changed the whole scenario. ICT has changed the scenario in the field of education. Apart from that, we have different e-learning facilities, or we have the access to e-libraries. Just now I told you about these e-libraries or e-learning facilities. E-learning facilities. Specifically, I feel those 2 years during the pandemic, it had given us a good technological insight. Because during those days, we started using all these technological advancements or platforms. And today, if we observe, we are well equipped with technology, and almost everybody is comfortable with this technology. Except you can say 10 or 20% people may not be comfortable to use technology. So this is also some application we started using during the pandemic. Zoom and all those things, all these applications we started using during those days, classroom and all these applications. So e-learning, we got access to e-learning and e-libraries just because of this technology. We had access to learning resources, different learning resources. We can also access online courses. I'll go into the details of these in further slides. Then we have very close relationship with different types of information, that is propinquity to information. And the most important thing is collaborative learning. This has become a very important aspect. Collaborative learning. This is one of the features of ICT. We'll go into those details. Then distance learning, effectiveness of technology, multimedia approach. We started using different types of media here, that is audio visual aids, not only audio but visual aids also. We could use different types of illustrations during our sessions, being teachers, because we wanted to make our teaching effective. We also used different data storage for education purpose. We had access to a large source of information. And last point that is very important, that is children with disabilities. We could use a technology to deal with or to deliver the instructions to the children with disabilities. This technology has played a very important role in this case. You may not believe, but recently I visited a remote place in one of the districts of Maharashtra. That is the neighboring district of it is Palghar district, where I could see there was a school for physically disabled people. We call it Divyang. And these children, they were very small children. Huh? Maybe the age may be in the range of 10 to 13 or 8 to 13. They could actually, the song, one of the songs of the institute, the way we started with our university song, they had their own song. So they could enact with the help of that song. After listening to that song, they could enact different things with the help of their teacher, their instructor. They were physically disabled, deaf and dumb people, but they could enact it in different ways, means proper way. So that was a wonderful experience for us, and that is possible with the help of this kind of technology. So this technology can be useful to deliver the instructions children with disabilities or these Divyang children. So broadly, it has transformed everything. The whole scenario has transformed the whole scenario. Then we'll talk about different usages. Shall we have a break of 5 or 10 minutes? Dr. Rafi? Dr. Rafi, are you there? It looks he's not there. Okay. Let us continue. Shall we continue? The participants? Or if you want to have a break, can take a break for 5 or 10 minutes. What do you think? Shall I continue or shall we take a break? Okay. Yes, sir means Are you saying yes for a break? Continue. Okay, okay. We'll continue. No issue. We'll continue. Uh, okay. Okay. So some of you are saying we should. Okay. So we'll take a break of 5 minutes. Huh? Sayyidji or other people will take a break of 5 minutes. See, here it is 4 o'clock. So we'll come back around 7 minutes past 4. Hmm? Okay. So 5 to 7 minutes break. We'll come back. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Though you are not able to talk, we'll come back within 7 minutes. Be there. I'll be back. I'm back. Hope all of you have come back. Maybe within a couple of minutes, we will go for just try to respond to one of my questions. You can type your response in the chat box. Why did you join this course? What was the purpose to join this course? Just type your responses in the chat. Why did you join this course? What was the purpose? This is of NEP 2020. Okay. Anybody else? Effective implementation in my college. Getting upgrading. Implementation. Good. P2020. See, we have 137 participants. Information about NEP 20. So, okay, so everybody wanted to know more about NEP 2020 so that you can implement it at your institute. Somebody wanted to trends in education. Somebody wanted to know about ICT. That was your purpose. Question for you. Know in details what is NEP 2020. Okay. Some more speakers will be there who will be talking about the details of NEP 2020. Okay, good. That's all. One more question for you people. Education. How artificial intelligence will impact? What will be the impact of artificial intelligence? Yeah, I'll share. Somnathji, I'll share my PPTs with Professor Rafi. I'll share it with him. After my session, I'll share it. The next question for you is how artificial intelligence will impact your job. Can anybody respond? How artificial intelligence is going to impact your job? Jobs in field. Okay, it will reduce jobs in field. Anybody else? Anybody who feels that it will not have any impact on your job? Okay, AI is helping you, but it should be used properly, obviously. Creating opportunities. Okay, one person can do many things by using AI. Okay, more people will not be required, more personnel will be required. Okay, for online education. Right. Listening and human touch cannot be replaced by AI. But I feel anything is possible in this scenario. Anything is possible because right in the beginning of 21st century, we had not imagined that there would be some invention like AI. So I can say that anything is possible. Yes. AI can't touch our creativity, but it is affecting our creativity, na? someone said it can't touch our creativity because the moment you started using the facilities like, okay, accept emotions, Nishan. Okay. The moment you started using Chat GPT, facilities like Chat GPT, don't you think it has started affecting your creativity? Because we are more relied on Chat GPT. Okay, okay, good. 103 had some response. Yes, it is eating our creative and thinking abilities. It requires in-depth reading to accept ChatGPT answer. Okay. So, what I want to say, we are more dependent on ChatGPT. Many people, even right, no doubt, book is one of our best friends, no doubt. So, even if you want to type some email communication, uh, most of the people they go to ChatGPT, they just type the purpose of their email, get it, copy it, and they touch it, they send it. That's all. Means they are not using their knowledge of that particular. Okay. So they are not using their knowledge, or they are not trying to construct their own sentences. So somewhere to be careful about all these tools. We need to be using these tools. Okay. So these should not be used beyond certain limit. Beyond certain limit, that should be taken care by people. Right. Okay. We'll continue the discussion between physical RC, and online. Okay, good responses. Very good. Next, shall we continue the discussion? Shall we resume the discussion? Okay. So the other applications, there are many applications of this technology, information and communication technology. As earlier I told you that it is used in different fields, in different walks of life. First field that is very close for all of us, because we are the educators, we are the academicians, we are the teachers. So this is very much useful for us. As far as the education field is concerned, it's used in digital for digital libraries. As I told you, we have been using different applications which are provided by the publishers like Oxford or Tata McGraw Hill, or there are many other publishers or service providers who provide their applications for the library. They get collaborated with the library of a particular institute or the university, and with the help of that technology, we can use, we can access almost all the books in that library at our place or anywhere where we have internet access. Right now, at my university, we have the scenario that I can access any book in my library anywhere by using my mobile. Even though I'm in Pune, I can access my library. Is it not fantastic? Means though it is Saturday or Sunday, though it is a holiday, I can access my library. So that is simply wonderful, you can say. Even it is useful for distance learning. As we discussed, we talk about open education or open universities or distance learning programs. It is very much useful for distance learning, and this is also a distance learning. This is also distance learning. We are sitting at a distance. We don't know exactly how many of you from this state and how many of you are from the other states, but wherever you may be, we are able to interact with each other. We are able to interact with each other. You are able to listen to me, even with the help of this technology is possible. Uh, by using this technology, even we can create and use different visual learning tools for better learning experience. Better learning experience. I mean, I can use different animations, different types of illustrations by using this Microsoft PowerPoint, or there are some other facilities, there are some other sites. Some of you might be aware of some sites like menti.com. So by using all these applications or these tools, we can make this exchange of knowledge more effective. When we talk about evaluation in the field of education, evaluation. Now, you might be aware of the digital evaluation systems which are available in almost all the universities. Almost all the universities. Digital evaluation system. What is happening in this system, digital evaluation system? Do you know? Do you have any idea? Do you have it at your university? Many universities have started the digital evaluation systems where uh, the papers are digitally, answer books are digitally evaluated by the professors or the teachers. These answer papers are scanned by service provider. These are displayed on screen to each and every teacher, and the teacher can evaluate, and the teacher can evaluate these things. It has become very easy. Yes, digital evaluation of PhD, no doubt. Uh, it has some advantages. Huh? It has some advantages. You need not go to any CAT or Central Assessment Center of any university. You can sit in your office and you can assess those papers. Once you complete the assessment, the result or your marks, the marks of those students will be collected by that system, their software, and the result can be prepared easily or within a very short span of time. Further, if that student wants to get the reevaluation, yeah, by YCMU evaluate answer books digitally. Even our university also evaluate the papers digitally. I think the same is there in Mumbai University also. So there are many. So when the student wants to go for revaluation of his or her paper, answer paper, he can apply for that, and that can be done easily. Again, it can be done within a very short span of time. If he wants the photocopy of his or her answer book, it can be immediately done, because that scanned copy is already available with that vendor or that university, and it can be easily passed on to that student. Once he pays the requisite fees, that can be easily passed on to that particular student. So because of this technology, all these exercises in the field of education have become very simple and less time consuming. That's why we can say that ICT has played a very important role in this case. Even at home, think about your homes. Uh, for small things, you use the technology. You use the technology. Your bills, your bills are paid with just your fingertips. Your electricity bill is there. You might be having the electricity bill, the app of that particular company, and you just click it and you pay it. Okay? Money management has become very easy. Entertainment has become very easy with the help of music, video, any other things are there for entertainment. So that is another place, that is your home, where you can use or you are using this technology. You are using this technology. Even we are using different devices which are enabled by AI at our home. We are using it. The simple example of the remote control of your television, smart TV. If you have smart television, that remote control is AI enabled. You just have to use its application for voice recognition, and with the help of that application, that button on your remote, you can just order your television, which channel you want to. can say tune to, let us say BBC English, BBC News, tune to Star News or Z News. So with the help of your oral commands, you can tune to that particular channel. That is also another example of AI in your home. Then, right, Alexa is there. There are many applications. Alexa is there, Google Assistant is there, and you have Bixby that is used by Samsung, I think. Yes, there are many applications. Right, right. Siri is there. There are many. Even they are using the chatbots also. Several applications of banks and other companies, they are using chatbots. Then offices. Let us come to offices. At your workplace, all of us have been using the technology for creating, preparing different letters and communication. Other communication. Even your payrolls nowadays are created with the help of the technology. Your income statements, IT statements. By now, you might have received your income statements from your employer. So those are also prepared with the help of technology. Then the evaluation or the auditing of your accounts in your office, or the collaboration of students with the teachers. We have such technology which is used at different offices or different institutes. With the help of that, we are able to implement the things in an effective manner. That is the another use of technology. Okay, just a minute. Recording has stopped. Have access to recording, I think. I think I don't have access. Just I'm unable to see the option. Yes. Now it is on. Yeah. Then another field that is very critical, that is the security and defense. Security and defense. That is a very important area for any country. Even in this area, we have been using this ICT or this technology. Different technologies like RFID or ICT or IoT, different technologies have been used in this area. Sometimes we use this technology to locate the enemies. Even in the radar systems, ICT or IoT is also used in radar systems. The metal detectors or RFID detectors, metal detectors or scanners. We use RFID. Metal detectors are very common for all of us. Whenever we enter some a showroom or we enter some say railway station, bus stand or airport or some, we witness metal detectors or scanner. Sorry, yeah, scanners. Different types of scanners are there. So that also uses these technologies like ICT and IoT. One more thing I wish to share with you. Just a minute, I'll share it with you. So, yeah. Then we use this technology to manage the use of, to what extent these drones have played a vital role in this era. I was talking about agriculture field. these drones have played a very important role in the field of agriculture also. Not only agriculture, but in this area, that is security or defense, these drones have played a very important role. These are also using such technologies. Then this technology is also helpful in assembly of weapons, different weapons, and the forensic sciences. You know, the assembly of different weapons is a critical part. It is a critical part. That's why we need to be very careful, and that is why the technology is being used in that area. Even in the forensic sciences, also we use the technology. And tracking and tapping of calls. You might be aware of the tracking system of intelligence bureau, that is IB, or any uh, intelligence bureau of any country. They do have the record of certain calls. They are continuously monitoring certain calls, just like the radar systems. They are tracking the objects with the help of radar systems, and here, by tapping the calls or tracking the calls, they are using this technology. This is for security or security purpose of their country or our country. Okay. Then in the field of management, we are using this technology for the human resource management. We are using this technology for the management of raw material in the industry or forecasting. For better forecasting, we have been using this technology, and just with the help of that, get the forecast of the weather. We get weather forecast also, and with the help of that weather forecast, we would be prepared for some event or some calamity. You can say natural calamity. Okay. Right now, we are not able to forecast the earthquakes. Okay, but if it is some storm or heavy rain, we are prepared for that. We are prepared for that. For this technology. Then better data management and storage is also possible. See, when we talk about data management, when we talk about some institute or some industry, they have to process a huge amount of data. They have to process huge amount of data every day. So how do they manage that data? Or if the best example would be your banks. Best example would be the banks. You may be able to recall the earlier banks for 20 or 25 years. How did they manage all the transactions? They had the big ledger books with them. They usually entered all your transactions in those ledger books manually. Manually, they had to write it there, and they later on at the end of the day they had to date it in their master ledger. Their master ledger means they had to work twice at that time. But now, what is the scenario? They have computers. So with the help of computers, they can just type the things. That data will be stored not only locally, but that data will be stored in their central database also. That will be updated in their central database also. And that is why we are able to print or we are able to withdraw the money from our bank account from any branch. We are able to use these ATMs now. Just because of these technologies, we are able to use these facilities. So they have huge data because we can't imagine how many customers they are having. For example, if we take the example of some bank, public sector bank like State Bank of India, so we don't know how many crores of customers they have, and they can easily manage that data. They can easily store that data and they can easily access that data. So that is possible with the help of the technology. So it is in the field of management, or you can say management, or in the different areas, maybe banking sector or human resource management or any other area. Then agriculture. In the agriculture domain, we have been using technology, specifically drone technology, that is being used by many people, or there is also a good research going on nowadays. Many agricultural universities, we have some agriculture universities in the state of Maharashtra. They have a tie up with some technological universities like us, and they are planning for so many things. They are planning for so many things. They are planning to develop different technologies which would be useful for the agriculture field. The same technologies have been developed for healthcare and medicine also, industries or scientific domain or transport. Think about the transport. Now, many transport vehicles, they have the tracking systems. Means they can track their vehicle. For example, that vehicle is traveling from, let us say, Mumbai to Kochi, Kerala. Kochi in Kerala. So that particular company can track their vehicle while traveling from Mumbai to Kochi. So it has added to their security, proper tracking system is there in place. So this has been done with the help of using this technology. Even if you think about railways, we get proper tracking. We have tracking system of railways nowadays. We get it with the help of a tap in your mobile. You can track your train anywhere, anytime, anytime. There are so many advancements in all these fields in our day-to-day life. And all these fields are related to our day-to-day life. Means we easily access all these facilities. We utilize these facilities. Then what has been done exactly with the help of ICT in education? So ICT has provided us increased access to different resources. That is why I compared present era with the era that was around 2000 or 1998, 95, 1980, 1985, something. So at that time, we had a very limited access. We were not able to explore the resources because we did not have such facilities during those days. We didn't have computers, we didn't have mobiles during those days. That's why somewhere this ICT in the area of education has provided us greater access or better access to different resources. That's why, as far as learning is concerned, it has no bounds, it has no limits. For we can learn anything, anything. We can learn anything. Then it has enhanced the teaching learning process. It has improved that exchange in the process of teaching and learning. With the help of all these facilities, the smart classrooms, smart boards, with the help of internet, okay, or the way today we are interacting with each other. Then we have collaborative learning, improved communication facilities, improved communication facilities. So, uh, improved communication facilities means, see, right now we are interacting with each other in a better manner. Means there are no disturbances at all in this communication. Comfortably, you can listen to me. I can get your feedback when I ask you some question, when I post some question. I can get your responses also. Means the only thing is that we are not able to see each other like in the classroom. But if you enable your videos, we can also do that. We should not do that because the technology has some limitations. So we do not enable our videos. But it is more or less like that classroom. No doubt there are two sides of anything. Similarly, this technology has two sides, no doubt. Some advantages are there, some disadvantages are there. Let us focus on the positive side of it. So we have quite improved communication with the help of this technology, and convenience is also there. There is a good convenience. For convenience, I can cite the example of modules like Swayam portal, NPTL or Swayam portal, where we can join some course and we can listen to those sessions as per our convenience, and we can complete the whole course. We can appear for the examination also, and we get the certification by using that portal. So these are the different, you can say, sides, you can say positive sides of ICT, or advantages of ICT in education. Then we have some more key features of ICT. That is, e-learning has become very simple. E-learning or online learning, you can say. The way you're sitting at your own place and you are trying to learn something, or you are listening some resource person. So in this online learning, uh, nowadays it is becoming more and more popular, and people prefer, because they need not travel anywhere. They need not travel anywhere. They can sit at their place and they can learn something, and even they can participate in the doubt sessions also. Doubt sessions also. Then it is a technology. ICT has brought about inclusion. Inclusion means the students can learn different things by using different ICT tools for their needs, their educational needs. Then it also promotes, this technology also promotes higher order thinking skills. How does it? Higher order thinking skills. See, if we talk about the different skills, key skills in the 21st century, there are certain skills like planning, evaluating, monitoring. So these skills are also uh, promoted by means of use of technology. If we have some doubt, if we have some query, directly we use the technology and we get a solution to our query, our doubt. If we want to go into more details of a particular topic, we can use this technology, and we can use different resources, and we can get the doubt resolved, or we can get some more knowledge or in-depth knowledge about the particular topic. That is also possible, the use of this technology. Then enhancement of subject learning. What kind of subject learning has been enhanced because of this tool? There are key. Yes, Rajendra ji, I'll share my presentation. Uh, there are key learning areas like literacy and numeracy. So this ICT has contributed a lot, literacy and numeracy, and it has also developed the ICT literacy and ICT capability. ICT capability. Means this technology has developed the uh, transparency in the subject learning or this teaching learning process. Teaching learning process. We can, by using this technology, we can provide certain activities to learners so that they can learn something. They can learn subject related, they can have the subject related contexts. This another point is very important, that is collaboration. So I told you that I'll talk about this collaborative learning further. So this technology is has been using or has been encouraging the collaboration, where we use some technology like we use some mobile or laptop or tablet in our classroom. Maybe many teachers may not allow you, but some teachers may allow you to use it. Okay? So the use of this technology has brought us together, where we can talk different things, uh, we can share different things, and that has opened the different avenues for the communication. And specifically, when we talk about a language classroom or learning a language, it will be very much important for us. So, being a language teacher, my focus will be on the part of language or developing linguistic abilities. Developing linguistic abilities. This also will be a motivating activity for the learners, because the people demand for continuously demand for new technology, and people will be fascinated because of the use of technology teaching and learning process, and that's why they are motivated, especially the children. Means the moment they start their education, if they start their education with the help of technology in their classroom, definitely they are motivated because of the use of technology. This also uh, improves the engagement and knowledge retention. Engagement of the learners is very important when we talk about teaching learning process. Sometimes uh, there might be a scenario in the classroom that some students are uh, they are not attentive to your session. They are not attentive to your session. But maybe due to the use of technology, due to the help of different illustrations, they may be attentive during these classrooms. They may be more attentive during classrooms. That is why we can say that the engagement of the learners is increased due to the use of technology, and retention of the knowledge is also effective because of the use of technology and different illustrations. Because see, I had cited the example of your pre-primary classrooms. Still, you remember those classrooms. Still, you remember some of the objects, some of the things which were taught by your teachers. That is just because of uh, the way they had delivered the instructions and the way they had demonstrated the things. Means that is retention of that knowledge. Still, you recall that knowledge. That was possible because of the visualization. So, with the help of technology, we can visualize the different things. We can visualize the different things, and that visualization makes us to retain that data, that information for a long time or longer time. Then integration of ICT in national curriculum. Integration of ICT in national curriculum. That is another important step. ICT is used as a digital technology, and earlier it was possible in the other countries, but now we have also started with that. And as earlier you contributed, someone typed smart boards. So, smart boards in our traditional classrooms. So even I have explained that journey right from the blackboard and chalk to the smart boards. No doubt this journey might have taken 40 years or 50 years, but still uh, we can see that it is more effective. The use of smart boards or use of ICT in our classrooms has become more effective now. And Government is also promoting such facilities. They want to develop these facilities in all the institutes, and that is why they focus on the integration of ICT in the. Then just then there is another important aspect, that is creating a knowledge economy. Creating knowledge economy. In this aspect, when we consider this aspect, uh, we we find that this technology or ICT, it is persuasive, and it also permeates industries in the economy. All types of industries. Just now I referred to all those industries. It may be education, it may be health sector, it may be agriculture, it may be transportation, manufacturing, it may be any other sector. It may be any other sector. In all walks of our life, this has become very effective. So this proves the importance of the use of ICT in our day-to-day life. Uh, Again, there are some more points I wish to throw light on. It also helps us for the enhancement of access to quality educational resources, quality educational resources. Again, uh, when we talk about the changes, different changes which are brought in the teaching learning process, it has given us wider access to these educational resources. It has also facilitated the personalized and interactive learning. We have different equipment which are developed for learning. For example, if you want to learn some language like let us say Sanskrit or maybe English, which was earlier treated as a foreign language. English, which was treated as a foreign language. But nowadays we have many applications, we have many devices which are specifically designed for personalized learning. Personalized learning. Even this technology has increased, or it has improved the engagement between the student and teacher. Engagement between the student and teacher. It has also enhanced the critical thinking and digital literacy skills. The most important thing is that it has opened the new doors to learn beyond classrooms. Because this new generation, we say it is smart, and we know that they'll not stop at the classroom instructions because they want to explore. They want to explore. They say dil mange more. Dil mange more means they are every moment they are hungry for knowledge or information. That is why they want to explore more, and that is learning beyond classrooms. That is learning beyond classrooms, and for them, this technology will be very much helpful. A simple example in this case: in classroom, we teach them several things, but they learn. Youngsters or the children specifically, children in our families, you can observe them. They learn several things at their own by using this technology. Simple example will be of your television set, the technical settings of your television set, or your, they might be having more knowledge than their parents. Their parents means they want to learn beyond they have been taught. Beyond they have been taught. And sometimes they also try to learn at their own. And they learn at their own. That is why this system has become more inclusive and learner-centered system. Learner-centered system. And that is a good sign. That is a good sign that they are ready to learn beyond the classrooms. They are ready to go beyond classroom, explore the information beyond their classroom instructions. And just because of all these things, the global collaboration and communication is possible. Now, there are many universities in our state, Maharashtra, or maybe in India, uh, have collaborated with the foreign universities. And now we are saying that foreign universities come to India, they'll come to our country, and they'll start imparting their education in the country. That is also a scenario which is expected in India. So we can have a better exchange of information, we can have better exchange of knowledge. And right now we see that some of the scholars from the other countries, they are also coming to our country, learn different, explore knowledge in different areas. May it be science, it may be technology, it may be philosophy in India, it may be, can say, different languages, ancient languages in India. They are coming to our country and they are trying to learn all these uh, treasures. So this has brought the, uh, I say, uh, the boundaries, you can say. Yeah, so there is no bound. Yeah, there are no limits for learners, and this could happen because of the use of technology. So these are some of the examples of integration of ICT integration in education. Quickly, we'll go through these examples. Online learning platforms like Swayam, we have Diksha, we have some virtual labs also. So during the pandemic, we used these facilities or such facilities. Different courses which are imparted on NPTEL platform, we used all these facilities. We have the virtual realities in classroom education or gamification in the classroom, flipped classroom methods, models are there, okay, or content creation is there. And those are also stored in the form repositories so that those can be used by the other learners when it is required. So these are some of the examples of integration of ICT in. Uh, Another important thing, specifically when we talk about NEP, New Education, National Education Policy 2020, is focusing the focus on learning the languages, different languages, specifically the Indian languages, Indian or ancient Indian languages. Or we talk about IKS also, Indian knowledge systems, Indian knowledge system. You might be aware of this fact that many foreign scholars, they are coming to our country, learn one of the ancient languages, that is a language like Sanskrit, because they know that we have a hidden treasure in the form of Sanskrit, in Sanskrit language. They know that. But unfortunately, they do not know Sanskrit. That's why they come to Bharat and they learn this language, they master this language, and they explore all the treasure which is available in Sanskrit language. And you know that that treasure belongs to our country, Bharat, and that is why they are trying to explore that. But I feel that we are very unfortunate people that we have moved far away from the ancient languages like Sanskrit. So this will be one of the focuses in this educational policy, where we are supposed to learn Sanskrit and explore that data or the feature which is available in that language. Then we can use this technology in the language laboratories also. In many institutes or the universities, we have the language laboratories. And these language laboratories use different applications. The applications are very much helpful for the students to learn the language. Even they can prepare for some examinations like GRE, TOEFL, or IELTS, or so many examinations. They can prepare themselves by using these language laboratories. There are many applications. Even there are some apps like Duolingo, which are available on your mobile Play Store. You can utilize these apps also. So overall, this has developed so many things for the learners and for the educators also. So we have talked about so far we have talked about the lighter side of this technology. But as the very at the beginning of this session, I told you that each and everything has two sides, lighter side and darker side. So we feel that there are many advantages. There are more advantages than the disadvantages, and that's why we can also talk about a darker side of this technology. But I feel that though there are some challenges, there are some disadvantages. We can have some solution for that. We can have some solution for that. Because I believe in positivity. I feel uh, these are not the negative effects, but these are, we can say, the challenges. These are the challenges, the technology or ICT. But we can overcome these challenges. We may have some solution over the time. We can definitely overcome these challenges. The first disadvantage or negative effect may be the digital divide. People may have this problem, or lack of teachers training is this exists, huh? Because some people who have uh, maybe aged, or they have moved towards their superannuation, they may not be mentally prepared to use the technology, and some people might not be trained, undergone the training. That is why they are not mentally prepared to use technology. They are not techno savvy, you can say. So that can have some solution. Another challenge would be there, that is the security or insecurity of data. Insecurity of data. Fraud. Every day we come across different frauds through newspapers or some television channels. Then unemployment is the another issue. Virus threat is the next challenge, and cost of setting up ICT gadgets. This may be a major concern for most of the people. There may be some solutions. Have tried to list some solutions for this. Maybe for these challenges, we can promote the digital literacy so that people would be aware of the technology, will not be exposed, their systems will not be exposed to uh, insecurity. They can make themselves, their systems secured if they are um, if we promote digital literacy among the people. And in that case, we can avoid certain things like insecurity of data or fraud or virus threat. These things can be avoided. As far as teachers training is concerned, the government has to plan for the professional development for teachers, and the way you people are participating in this program, because you wanted to know about ICT, you wanted to know about NEP, and you are also eager to implement NEP at your own institute. That's why you participated. Means you want to learn something. Similarly, the government should promote the teachers or the educators to develop their skills or their professional skills and their technological, and different attempts are being done by the government. I think the government is also successful up to 80 or 85%. We cannot expect 100% success. To a larger extent, it is successful. Then developing efficient security systems is another solution, so that we will not be exposed to different types of threats or frauds. Different types of frauds. So if we could implement these solutions in near future, definitely we can comfortably make use of this technology without any fear, without any risk. We can make use of this technology. So these are certain things we need to look at, and I also wanted to talk about one more technology quickly within 2 minutes. I'll talk about it. Along with ICT, we have one more technology, that is IoT. Uh, Internet of Things. We have been using this technology also, but we don't know that we have been using this technology. How exactly we have been using this technology? See, most of you might be using commerce sites like Amazon and Flipkart. Amazon and Flipkart. So when you use Amazon, it gives you some suggestions. It gives you some suggestions based on your search. Based on your search. For example, earlier if you have looked for some equipment for physical fitness, then it will provide you some suggestions which is related to the equipment, physical fitness equipment. So that is known as Internet of Things, or that is using that technology, IoT. And everywhere we have been using this technology. So this is something about uh, this is all about this technology, information and communication technology, and how exactly we can use it in the arena of academics or education. And definitely, this is going to be useful for learners as well as the teachers or the educators. Okay. Let us not restrict it to the field of education, but it is useful for it is useful everywhere, and that's all. I demonstrated that it can be used in the education, it can be used in the field of agriculture, banking, home, or many other areas are there. Can use it effectively. Okay. So that is all from my side. Dr. Rafi, are you there? I have almost done. Dr. Rafi? Yeah. If you wish to share anything from your side, you are most welcome. It seems Dr. Rafe is not there. Are you there, Professor? Because we need to conclude that session, na? So he must be there. Thank you. Thank you very much for your feedback. Dr. Rafe, are you there? Do we have any participant from that university, Bamu Sambhajinagar, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University? Is there any participant from that university? The main campus of that university? Yeah. Dr. Rafe, are you there?
Sir, Dr. Rape sir is outside.
Okay. So I
I
have
will call to sir just to be clear.
okay.
So participant, anyone question to
Yes.
unmute themselves? I am permitted to unmute.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
This
Good
is
evening.
Dr. Somnath Tigre. I don't have a question, but the way you taught, it's very impactful and very informative session. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, good evening, sir. Sir, this is Dr. Sarah Basu. Sir, I wanted to find out if I wanted to know more about IoT. So, any site could you refer, or how do I know how to use IoT in education?
See, Sarah, I'm not a technical expert, but I'm also
Okay.
learning these things. So I don't have any specific site for that. Again, your Google Assistant or Google can help you in this case.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Amit, I'm here now.
Yeah, Dr. Rafe, I have done with the session.
Yes, no issues. As I decided, it was due because
Yes.
continuously 4 parallel courses and also administrative work is going on. So continuously, I'm not joined to the meeting.
Yes,
It is
yes.
good. Someone called me. Someone called
Ah.
me just from the meeting.
Yes. Okay. So, any participant? Anything you would like to discuss? We had a few interactions with the participants. Still, if there is anybody seems yeah, it seems there is nothing to discuss. Yeah. Thank you very much for your feedback. So shall we stop here, Dr. Rafiq? It seems there are no queries or questions.
Resource Development Center, my special thanks.
Rafi, you're not properly audible.
Always connected.
So some network issues with me. So sorry. Again, I would like to thank Dr. Amit ji, and I hope that your collaboration and association will be long term with this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Centers. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I now declare that this session is over. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.